Paul, since the last time I spoke to you, are there more positives than negatives to take from the last few games from Yeovil?
I think definitely. I think the dampener was losing the late goal. You know, if we'd hung on for a 2-1 win, it would been a fantastic week. It would have bolstered everybody. But we've got to be positive in our approach. And we've studied the 3 games and we've seen ironed out the wrinkles that we had earlier in the season defensively. So I think that, and the experienced players coming back as well, has all come to enable us to pick up a few results.
So do you feel that a win in the league is just around the corner then?
Well, it's more necessity than whether it'll happen or not. I think the important thing for us is we're going to one of the foreign teams of the undefeated in 6 games. So it's going to be a difficult game. They're all difficult, to be fair, but we've got a hectic schedule coming up. We've got 3 Tuesday night games coming up on the bounce, which is going to test us big time. Plus we've got to make decisions before the 26th of November on anybody else coming to this football club. 5 weeks it closes down, no transfers, so we don't want to be caught out with the amount of games we're going to be playing.
Yeah, how close are you to making a decision on bringing players into the club?
Well, the first thing we've got to clarify is the ones we have at this minute that we can be guaranteed they're going to stay. So that's the first thing we look at. The next thing is obviously the targets we have. We're in negotiations with several people. We're spinning plates at this minute in time, just waiting on word back from agents and clubs.
Did we expect a new face for Saturday, or was that too soon?
I think that'll be a bit too soon, and I think it would be a slap in the face to the players. If I was to bring a fresh face and play it straight away. I think they deserve the opportunity to keep this run going. So there won't be what you call any household changes. It'll be, instead of it was a change, it'd be one maybe.
And the players who potentially need to leave the club to get first team football, would it need another club to come in, or could you come to a deal with players if needs must? So basically, do the club have to come in, or would you come to a deal like release the players?
Our players?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I've sent out certain flyers to a couple of conference in our league, mentioning that we have several players available on loan or for transfer. No, I do not want anybody attempting to play this football club and not getting the game. It's important. All football careers are short enough without managers making decisions on you. I've made my decision on several players. They know that now, and basically now it's attempting to move them on. I think you've got to be honest with footballers. I've got to put my hand up and say, yeah, I made mistakes in the transfer market, and I can assure the Yeovil fans I'll make some more, because that's the nature of the beast. But what you try and do is to make more positive signs than negative signs. Hopefully, as I said, as the season unfolds, we'll get really healthy, and hopefully then we'll see a very strong Yeovil team.
And just another question on incomings, like the Darren Ward didn't have a club. Are there other Darren Wards out there that you're thinking about?
There is. There is a couple of people, but I'm at the stage now I've got to be safe in my mind. Mistakes we can't afford any more mistakes. So I'd have to be really safe to have a look at people before I would make a conscious decision to bring somebody that hasn't played all season yet.
The team news for the weekend, Omar, how's he?
Omar's struggling. I'm saying, and Fogden and Mai are going to train tomorrow. We'll see about that.
Okay. And why are Newport found some form? Is John Sheridan the main reason?
I think they've added a few players to their squad. I think also the change of manager has benefited the team, but I think fresh faces is definitely a benefit to them. It's changed the system of play as well. So, and it's always, and confidence is a great thing. It started off with a win. That kick starts everything.
As does a win. Do you look at the league table, just the importance of a win, just getting you away from the bottom?
Yeah, it's going to be a hard shift through the winter, because obviously we're in catch up now, and we've got to claw back some football clubs. So we've got to just keep chipping away at the points. try and get some of those wins that we're turning draws into wins. And if we can do that, then you bring 4 or 5 other clubs into the rat race. That's what they want to achieve. I'm confident by Easter we'll have done that and we've moved on from then.
Yeah, and you were just telling me before I hit the record button, you've not managed a team against Newport before, so still new things for you to encounter in your career.
Well, I was trying to work out how many stadiums I've been to. Still a wee bit short on a couple of them, but Newport's definitely another new one, so that ticks the box.
Should be a good atmosphere this weekend, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I would think so. It's not too far for our fans to travel, and obviously Newport, I've got a reasonable following as well.
Thank you.
Obviously, you say you've got quite a few games coming up now, thick and fast. Are you going to be looking at doing any form of rotation or anything to sort of keep the squad fit, or are you just going to be looking to stick with
Yeovil's rotation, son, is basically injuries. They rotate from the treatment room to the changing room to the football pitch. That's how it's been all season. There'll be no rotation and resting people. Yes, I don't think there's an easy game for us to be able to rotate players. Even cup ties. The further you go in the cups, the more money you can generate, which goes to your budget, which enables me to bring better players to the football club. If an ideal world would to win our next 2 cup ties and the next 2 or 3 league games, but what it does is we get to the 1st of January, with a war chest, reasonably amount of money, which would enable me to go in and maybe take 2 or 3, just to put the icing on the cake.